down by the creek in the sawmill today. We are going to be finishing up our power shed and just getting it ready for winter. It's not fully insulated and like sheeted and everything, so we just have a little bit of work to do with that. And we've got an exciting upgrade for the power system as well. But we came down here today to grab some of this wood. I think we're going to try it out on the power shed as siding. Don't know if the quality is quite good enough for the cabin, so we figured it would be a good way to use it up. It's been sitting here all summer, so we shouldn't need too much, but we're going to load it into the truck and take it up there. What's this? Bird poo.
Just set it to the side. A couple of them are just not even close. Same with this one. We can get away with this one.
No, we can't.
Yeah, it's just gonna be covered. It's just on the power shed.
Oh. Oh, that's the top? No, that's the bottom.
This one's screwed too. Discard.
No, that's the right way.
Yeah, I might be able to. Yeah, this is all toast. Oh my god. We'll try it. That's toast. The bottom. We gotta lift it up and put it on top of the other stuff.
Gosh, gloves are so annoying.
You got the big honking ones on. Right on top of the other ones.
Ow.
Come over this way.
Woo. All right, this is our ugly little power shed. We've got to close this in and just get this organized. We got a few things to add in here, and I think with the siding on, it's going to look so much better. We can start beautifying the outside. We are going to be doing siding on the cabin, but for now we just need to get our power situation figured out because these batteries can't charge when they are below zero. So we really need to get this closed in and just protected from the cold so that we can get our charge in the morning and not be waiting for the batteries to warm up before we can get the solar power. So it's gonna be nice to get this finished up and just looking a little nicer.
There we go. And then that 3. Oh, here's a reminder that this power shed is temporary. It's just what we needed. We built it down by our trailer where we were living in the summer, and we knew that we were going to use it for the winter. It's not going to be big enough by far for what we have planned in the future, but for now it's going to have to do. So you can tell by the quality of my work, it's just temporary.
Plus it was built on a pallet, so it's
yeah, literally
not
temporary.
Square or
oh yeah,
anything.
There's nothing good about anything in here. Okay, so my plan, because we don't have a... I thought there was wood there. There we go.
So this is how much the wall bows out, but it'll be covered, so it's okay.
Temporary.
Says the guy who didn't want to do anything temporary. You just have to. There's no way around it.
There's no way around it.
Unless you got a crew of builders building everything for you.
I've never seen a YouTube channel that ever does that. DJ Pac-Man. You don't like the mice?
Nope. Nobody invited the mice, but the mice showed up, you know?
And they didn't bring any drinks.
It's strong over here. So even on the day that we hit minus 12 overnight, this was still above freezing, which was really reassuring. We're going to get a little heater for the coldest time of the winter, but there's so much heat coming off the components, and with the insulation, it was doing fine. We had stuff shoved in that gap so that no cold air was going in there, but it's going to be much better to have it totally sealed up.
Katie's finishing up the job I didn't finish. What's new? So one of the upgrades we're going to be doing in here is we're going to put a standalone charger for the generator to charge the battery, which is called a charge inverter, which is a pretty cool tool. It bypasses the inverter. It makes it so that the generator doesn't charge and run on the inside of the house at the same time. So we don't use dirty generator power. It makes it so that we can basically put 5,000 watts or 100 amps directly into the batteries from the generator. And the cool thing about it is it works on any generator. So if you have a really old crappy generator that sends dirty power, doesn't matter. It'll cleanly put power into your batteries. But yeah, we've used them for years, and it's absolutely what you need when the sun's not shining, in my opinion. Yeah, so that's one of the upgrades we're going to do. So I think we're going to put it on this wall once Katie's done getting her tape up. And then I'll probably get it hooked up. Okay, got a little bit left to do right here. Katie's taping up the back. We got the sides all wrapped. Getting her all taped up. Starting to look like a robot, Katie. So our major goal is when it's minus 40 out, you can open this door and it's not in here. It'll be nice and warm. We've got 2x4 insulation, technically R40 up there. Reflectex on the outside. It's going to be airtight because of the Reflectex all the way around. Plus I've got a vapor barrier in there. When it's freaking cold out, we're going to be sleeping fine knowing that our batteries are nice and warm, because lithium iron phosphate batteries, which is the chemistry that we use, cannot charge when it's below zero, or else you ruin the batteries. There is a low temperature disconnect on the battery that we built there, but I don't know. I don't want to put it to the test, because if it doesn't work, we ruin our batteries and then we're without power. So it's very important. The wind is just way too much today. It's fall, changing of the seasons. when the heat gets mixed up with the cold, you get wind, and that's what's been going on here. And it's been windy every single day. I haven't been filming. I've been working inside this shed here. When I'm doing this kind of stuff, I need to like really focus on everything I'm doing, because I'm doing power disconnects and whatnot. But what I've done here is I've got my old battery that I've had forever that I've built myself. It's a 48 volt 16S battery. I think it's 15 kilowatts. Don't hold me to that, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, 15 kilowatt. So it's a 15 kilowatt battery, but it's a home built battery with an old BMS, and I don't entirely recommend it because it's a little bit, you have to know a little bit more than the average DIYer to put them together. And you gotta be really careful, because if you short something, it's a big deal. So I've got this connected. I'm gonna get the charger in here and then get that hooked up to our bus bars so that I can charge the batteries, because we're actually doing an install of some new batteries today. Actually, probably tomorrow, because it's 90k gusts here. I'm getting dirt blown into my face, and today is not the day to be messing around much more than what I'm doing. So I'm gonna get this charger installed, and then I'm probably gonna hide from the wind because it is too much out here. So we're having some pretty serious winds come around, and luckily they're blowing directly at the panels this way and not the other way. We've been getting 90k winds, 90k gusts, and this thing doesn't even jiggle, which is good because we don't have any weight down here yet. It's dark night.
We have had so much wind. It was windy all night, all day the next day, into the evening. Just strong gusts. I think Greg was saying they were 90-kilometer gusts. So we were worried about the solar panels because we didn't have anything on the bottom of them yet, but the wind was coming at them, so it was just going over, and there was trees falling all over the place, but nothing down on our road or nothing problematic. So we're happy it's over, but we need to get our batteries installed. So EcoWorthy sent us some batteries. We're gonna get those installed today once we get them out of the truck.
Cords and the battery. Oh man, that's a nice looking battery. Okay, I gotta flip this up and I'm going to lift it in there. So watch yourself, Katie. I'm gonna be where you are.
It's not a power wall.
At least it's not a power wall.
Those are heavy.
I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna run them in this orientation, because it's gonna be pretty easy to get 3 in there like that. But you may as well bring the camera in here and I'll do some explaining. what this is. So this is the EcoWorthy 51.2 volt, 100 amp hour Life PO4 battery. This is a server rack battery. We've installed server rack batteries in the past, but the thing that I like most about EcoWorthy is customer service and listening to what people say. This is the 3rd version that they have of this battery, and they have updated so many little things to make it a safer battery, to make it just a better built battery, and they listen to the people that use them to do these updates. This is the kind of thing that I search for these days, is good customer service and just a company that's willing to do things how people want, or willing to change their batteries so that the people installing them feel better about them. You know, just that communication is so important. But yeah, so this is a 100 amp hour Life PO4 battery, or a 5 point something kilowatt hour battery. I can't do the math in my head right now. But the nice thing about these batteries is they actually have a communication port, so that this battery can speak to this, and everything kind of communicates with each other.
You didn't say what that is, though.
Oh, I didn't, did I? Because we had a windstorm. So this is our charge inverter. This is our battery charger that charges the batteries from our generator. It's a lot more efficient than everything else that I've found. And it bypasses the inverter. So it's nice. But yeah, these batteries are top of the line and also the most affordable that you could buy, which is awesome. It's the reason why I wanted to go with EcoWorthy here. So I'm gonna get 3 of these batteries connected today to our main system, bringing us to a total of, I think it's something like 30 kilowatts, which would be perfect for us. I think I mentioned it earlier in the video that I don't really recommend doing this. You can build your own battery like this, but if you mess up, you really mess up. That's why it's nice to have something like this where you've got breakers and safety and warranties and that kind of stuff. Heavy.
Last one.
Yeah. I had coffee for lunch today, so I got the jitters. There we go. Put that back. See? That's a Chinese box. You can't do that in a Canadian box, nor a USA box.
Certainly not the Canadian Tire boxes.
No, certainly not the Canadian Tire boxes. Heavy. Okay. So the installation of these batteries are actually pretty easy. This is a 48 volt system, this is a 48 volt system. So what we're going to do is we're going to run our positive from one battery and our negative from the other, and then we're just going to connect the rest of them. I think we'll probably get our positive from down here, and I'm going to go from that one, okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, so now what we're looking at here is basically one 300 amp hour 51.2 volt battery, because we have them all connected. The negatives are connected, the positives are connected, making all 3 of these one. technically. There's still 3 batteries, but they're all going to be used as one. So what I do is I'll take my negative from here, or probably negative from here, my positive from here, which helps with current sharing. And I'll get that connected to my bus bars behind me here. And that's really just it, you know? It's pretty much, I mean, that's easy. That's a lot easier than what I had to do in here. And once again, the weather has stopped me from doing electrical. I don't believe that it is wise to be doing electrical in the wind, in the rain. I have to focus on this stuff. Even though it's easy to install, I'm laying in the rain. So we'll just wait it out, I guess. Okay, shh. Don't tell the rain gods that I'm out here. I want to finish getting these batteries installed, but I don't want it to rain on me anymore. And it's still looking pretty gray around here, but I'm so close to getting this done. Okay, so I'm putting these little protectors so that when you go like this, it doesn't explode on you. Putting these little protectors over top of the lugs here. Like this. Like there we go. And then I guess I got one more. So my negative is coming from here, and my positive is coming from here. So I'll just cover this one up for good measure. There you go. I kind of like that. And it's nice because these cables that they provide, they're actually, considering they're two gauge cable, they're pretty, you can move them around. So if you have to plug in, or when you do plug into your communication ports, you can get around there, and you can still plug in your stuff. But so yeah, I've got this all hooked up. Now what I have to do is plug into my bus bars. But I'm going to plug into my bus bars, and then I'm going to hook up the communication, which I have to look at the manual because I've actually never had communication work properly. And that's not for any reason other than I just didn't get it figured out. So the communication's nice because the battery management system in each one of these batteries communicates with the inverter, and it communicates with the battery charger as well, so that the system all runs as like a whole. And it's not necessary, but it sure makes things a lot easier. Okay, so I've got two here. There's an RS485, an in and out. So this goes out and then in, and then I'll take another one from this one and go out to in, and then I believe I have to go either CAN or RS485-1 to here, but it depends on the inverter. So I've got these communication cables hooked up here, but the cable that goes from here to here I don't have, because this one isn't going to be long enough. I do have it, I think, somewhere in one of my boxes in my C-can. So I'm going to go get that hooked up after. What I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to hook up the 3 batteries to my main power so that we can turn them on and see how they work. So I am doing something that you're not supposed to do, but I'm in the middle of nowhere and I don't have thick cable. So what I'm doing, instead of running what EcoWorthy says you should run a 2-aught cable, I'm running 2 4-gauge, which gets me to I think a 1-gauge cable, which this is temporary. We're going to get this to work, but I'm not telling you to do this. I'm running 2 leads from my positive and 2 leads from my negative. It just gives me a little bit more copper, and with more copper is more power flow. So I'm sure there's a few of you in the comments who are going to say something about this, but this is what we got to do right now. So I'm going to get this hooked up to my positive here. Okay, someone in the comments told me this. So a lot of people don't know. You can tighten it and then turn it back 1 click, and that locks it. I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
I didn't either, but I did it instinctually. Because I don't even know how to...
How many videos have we had of me with like things falling off the drill all the time? I've used these my whole life and I didn't know that that's what you could do. So thank you very much, whoever commented that. And I will so carefully route it through all the rigmarole here. Like this. Look at that. Fits good. It's a little tight, but I don't think that's that bad. I can turn these batteries a little bit and give it just that extra little bit of slack. And then I get you on here like this, so that we got 2 on 1. And then I'll throw my crush washer on here. And now, I always want to kind of root these things where they're going to be nice and not in the way of things. I'm going to route that through there. Okay, I put my crush washer in. And then this little here. Okay, so we can turn on the breakers. So we've got an air breaker and a normal breaker. I believe that's what that's called. Extra safety. Okay, so we got 3 breakers turned on, and then we can turn on our power. So as you can see, we've got 2 out of 6 lights, which means we're a third full on all 3 of these batteries. The power's on. Now what I want to do is I want to check the Bluetooth, because these are Bluetooth capable, and there's an app that you can get that tells you everything that's going on with your batteries. This is our system that we have here. This is an 11.4 kilowatt inverter charger. It's a grid tie unit, but I don't do grid tie. I only use it off grid.
From Sungold.
From Sungold Power. This is an EG4 charge inverter. We've used these forever because they are the best for charging batteries. It makes it so that you can charge your batteries from any ugly power, and it doesn't send that ugly power into the house. It just charges the batteries, so that the inverter just gives you clean power in the house. It keeps your computer safe, and the lights don't flash, and it just gives you nice, clean, pure sine wave power inside. And then we have our homemade battery, which is 16 cells that I've put on end here. That I bought from Alibaba 4 years ago, was it, Katie?
Probably more than that now.
Yeah, but they're good for 20 years, I guess, or something like that, which is 15 kilowatts. And then we've got our brand new eco-worthy server rack batteries, which each are 5.14 kilowatts, I believe. I'll double check that. So 5, 10, 15 kilowatts there. So we have a total of 30 kilowatts of power now. But I still have to hook up the communication cable to this, but I have to see if I have one somewhere first. So it's out of the way. And there we go. Now, because we have no sunlight, we can start the generator and just start charging all the batteries at the same time, because they're all connected to the same bus bar. It slowly ramps up. It's going to take a minute. I really like that feature of it.
All right, now we got the batteries hooked up. So tomorrow we're gonna work on getting this covered, this ugly Reflectex, and we'll get some siding on there and just make this look a little bit nicer and more finished. So that's it for today. It's trying to rain. We might get snow tonight. I hope not, because we got lots to do outside still, but winter's coming.
It's fall.
He's past it. He has no idea. He's helping. What is that? What is it, Into? It's crazy that they've like identified that as not supposed to be there.
It's not normal. What's inside there? Do they have a guardian? They're all sleeping in there. Juniper out.
Out. I'm scared. Can you come move the branches? It looks like there's one right there.
Yeah, there is, yeah. They're sleeping though. Let's leave them be. They're tired. Well, it is a beautiful day. Finally, it's been rainy and windy and gross. And today we're going to be putting the siding on the power shed, not the house. You know us, we like to wait forever to put siding on the house. So we're probably going to do that. But the power shed, we have a bit of siding to install. But today, Santa Claus came around a little early. What do we have here, Katie?
New table saw.
New table saw. If you guys have been with us for a while, you know that we've been rocking a junky, old, crappy table saw that I got for $50 on buy and sell maybe 5 years ago. Didn't work good when I got it, and you know, it doesn't really work good now. I'll show you what it looks like. I flipped it over because I was upset with it. The router obviously doesn't work because the power is cut to the router, but we're going to get rid of that ugly old thing and we're going to replace it with a brand new 10-inch DeWalt job site saw. So
no more cutting on the ground.
No more cutting on the ground. We're moving up. Okay, put it together. It's you.
I don't know.
Where's the instructions?
You took them. I'm pretty sure that goes like that.
I don't know where this goes.
It works.
Okay. Ooh. 5 3/4.
I'm gonna bump it out to 6.
Well, it's maybe, yeah, 6. Okay. Okay, now go on the top.
There.
That's 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a huge board.
Yeah. Too big. There. I'm glad we're not using this on our house, Katie, to be honest. These are really flimsy.
Next up is a new brad nailer. No?
No. The next one will cover, we'll make it better. That one.
Oh.
I'm not dropping them today. A little bit of shade. No good.
Okay, we got the front side done. Looks pretty good. And the next sides should be easy because they don't have any angles.
Not even gonna have enough to finish the side with 6 more boards?
Well, no, we can do the side, but not the other side.
Oh.
So we should almost go to the other side and go halfway up, and then whatever we need to do on the top we can do with the metal or something. Gentle. You should almost just bring it down to the wire.
It's a miracle I haven't clumped my head today.
Mm-hmm. So we've got one board left, which isn't enough to do the back. I'm getting about 3, actually the front is wider than the sides are, so we wouldn't even be getting, we'd be getting 2, maybe 3 out of a board. So we need at least, we need 14 pieces to do the back. So we're gonna go look in our metal pile. We saved all of the metal from the skirting at the house when we painted it, and it wasn't good. And then we had just other leftover pieces from that metal that we didn't end up painting, but it was a different profile than what we purchased. So there's some of that saved. And then we've got a couple full sheets from the addition roof that we saved that could cover the whole back. So we're gonna go take a look, see what we can find. Maybe we can do a combination of metal and the wood. We'll have to see how it all looks. But I was hoping we could save the metal for proper roofs on the animal shelters, but we got to get this finished. All right, now that we're down here, we are realizing we have a lot of these just straight boards. They don't have the bevel for the lap siding. So we're gonna do like a board and batten style on the back side of the shed so we can keep using the wood. Then we don't have to use our metal for it. And we'll get to use these boards up because I don't know what else we're going to use them up for. So we'll use those. And then we're going to take these are the scrappy lap sidings, and we're going to cut one end off to do sort of the batten over the boards. So we're going to load those up and head back up. Hopefully we can get this done tonight before it's dark.
Okay, so I gotta throw it over you. There you go.
Look at that sky. It's so pretty down here.
Yeah, maybe she. He's getting pretty big. He's getting tall, and she's getting fat.
Let's go! Oh, we gotta beat the goats! Oh my god! Oh. Did you make it, Steve? You didn't win the race, buddy. You heading in for bed now?
Yeah.
All right, we got our power shed upgraded. Finally, a nice looking structure on this property.
Yeah. And I've got one good eye now, so I'm gonna go get the sawdust out of my other one. But we finished the job tonight. Congratulations, Katie.
And a big thank you to EcoWorthy for sending us these batteries. We are loving them so far. It's been so awesome having just extra battery storage. As we're going into winter, we're gonna need a lot more. We're gonna have less solar coming in during the day, so it's gonna be good to have all that extra storage. I'm gonna put links down in the description if you wanted to go check them out, and if we have a discount code, I'll put that there as well. And we will see you in the next video. I think we're gonna be moving our sea can up here so we can get everything tidied up. So make sure you're subscribed if you aren't already. Thanks, guys.